From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man quickly. Almost got it to midfield on him. That one he's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49. Let's talk about Alabama. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing.
There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like, it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Got a man in the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. And they'll spread receivers all over the field, 5 wide on second and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. All they need is 1 yard, and they got nothing on the last play. Here's third down. On the move. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big.
Going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Volunteers will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Stevens. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Shakes off the defender. Not much doing there. To the 26, a gain of 1. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not... The offense get it back, gets a turnover. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Here's the handoff. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He might want another play. Scanning the field, it's Stevens. Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Crosses to 40. At the 45, on his way. Off to the races to the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Volunteers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Coming out with it, it's Otis. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. He'll try the left side. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Tosses it incomplete. Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Looking to throw at Stevens. Rushes on him. Got his man on the right. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Makes the grab on the left. Still on his feet at the 45. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Off the RPO, complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And again, stopped right in his tracks. Nowhere to run.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It is good. And with that, they've taken the lead. After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll try the run. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Back to throw. It's Ginn. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And if you're going to throw a heater like that as a quarterback, you better be accurate because tips lead to picks, especially when you're throwing it over the middle of the field. That time trying to find his tight end, but it is not an accurate throw. It goes up in the air, and the defense makes him pay with the fin.
He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Got it set up on the outside. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Forced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The Vols will try to pick it up on fourth down. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. And the Vols will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. That one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Dropping back, it's Stevens. He lets it fly. And a big play on the left sideline. Excellent awareness to get that foot in bounds. Alabama quickly back to the line. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He'll take another shot here. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Trying to turn the corner on the left. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Quick release on the RPO.
Well, that was pretty easy for the quarterback, right? You just need a few yards to pick up that first. So you find the tight end, put it on his body, let him go do the work, and you keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. The give to the left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Got room to work. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to get the corner. Sweet cut there. Picks up the first down. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Volunteers with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And the Volunteers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Creates a little space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. With a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and fortunately ended up losing yards.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. He breaks a tackle. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the ground with the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Ginn. Quick strike complete. At the 45 on his way. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking for a crease to the left. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Running back searching for a hole. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, looking to pass. Time to take a shot. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Here's the give off the left side. Got some room under the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown Tide. Extra point here will give them the lead.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, put his foot in the ground, and that was payday.
They did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the fourth. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quickly complete.
Just getting the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
looking to throw on first down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that's just a bad mistake. You can't do that in this situation of the game. You're not going to be able to come back and win this late if you're taking big losses like that. So at this point, if no one's open, he's just got to throw that thing away and live to play another day. But instead he tries to use his athleticism to make people miss, and he's going to keep the play alive. He ends up taking a massive loss. Their percentage chance of winning this game just went way down.
The Vols will have it 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Turning it on. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Rides to back and leaves it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. They'll give it to the back. He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be 4th down and decision time. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going right down the boulevard. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the lead, but there is still time on the clock.
That's a big-time kick. Had to have it. Nice job taking the lead. Nice execution. Now, defensively, you know exactly what you're getting in for. One more stop, and this one's over.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Ginn. Under fire. Got his man in the middle. Got room at the 35. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, so far, this 2-minute drive is exactly what you want. They are saving clock. Guys are getting out of bounds. They need a touchdown. And right now, there's just really good awareness of where everybody is on the field, and the quarterback's making good decisions.
Wants to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's taking the deep shot. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Back to throw, it's Ginn. Unloads to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Tonight it's Tennessee who will celebrate its victory throughout the Volunteer State as they have turned back the tide to lay claim to this rivalry once again. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.